So first, let's
Background.
introduce let's introduce let's do a previously, I suppose. A quick recap of overview for all of our newer members and older members and etc. Arcana Pansophago sent a couple of heroes, Buddy Cop, Wooster, help me with the names again?
Jericho and Fang.
Jericho and Fang, Buddy Cops, into the Fey realm to go after a big bad evil guy, Archon the
No.
Cruel.
We went to save the egg of McGuffin.
The egg of MacGuffin. Yeah, they went after the egg of MacGuffin into the Fey realm, which turned out to be Earth 2019, 2020. There they fought Archon the Cruel, who happened to have the Hand of Vecna, which is the last known person to have the Hand of Vecna in the Critical Role series. Then, the Hand of Vecna was gotten by somebody from Earth, Carlos, the number 2 man at Earth, working for Archon. He, of course, is not a nice guy. Tries to invade and break shit at Exandria, and thanks to Feng and Jericho and Luck, no, what was the name? Chance adventurers and multiple adventurers. They eventually stopped the invasion of Carlos, bringing into the Exandria world Cthulhu-like evil characters, Cthulhu-like monstrosity, one of the elder gods, being manipulated the entire time. Peace for a while, peace for a long time, but Exandria is never quite at peace because Carlos's men were left over. Little by little, people from the Earth realm called Dirt, because languages, Earth is literally dirt. So you all come from the planet Dirt. Exandria has a little bit of a mixed culture between Dirt and eventually Carlos's wife Maria, using old necrotic books, originally meant from Vecna to manipulate the crew from the Vox Machina crew. She is able to reopen the portal to bring in the new bad guy, Los, the son of Carlos. And this catches us all up. Now we're gonna see things from the realm of Dirt and what happens there. So welcome to Tabletop Theater.
Opening credits.
Not quite yet. This is still just the previously what was.
Recap.
Yeah, the quick recap for all of you, or new members. January 13, 2024. Saturday, unlucky. Camera opens up. It's a young boy, 8, 9, 10 years old, all in white. There's just his face looking up at the camera. But when are mommy and daddy coming back? I'm scared. This figure, all we see is just a figure walking around, and we hear the voice of a female. Mijito. They are not coming back for a long time. I have to go and help them. Do you understand, mijito? No, you can't go. Please, where? What am I? And she kneels down in front. You just see the back of her because it's just a camera put there. But you recognize her, Laura. Dear Laura. She looks down, mijito. I promised your mother, my sister, that I would look out for you. But things have changed. The portal, it failed. They are trapped there. I am their only hope. You want to see your mama and dad again, yes? See? Yeah, Laura. Mijito, I will protect you. And she pulls back and the camera reveals her like dressed in all this voodoo style clothing, little skulls and things. Her hair wild. And she takes as the camera pulled back, you see Carlitos holding and petting this cute little white rabbit. And here he is, this cute little boy, white rabbit, scared in a white little suit. And she pulls out this long, black, evil-looking knife with weird carvings that has this kind of like ominous glow, and this music gets weird in town. And now you can start hearing the background sound. There's gunfire, people yelling in the background, doors being banged. Chaos is going out somewhere beyond this room. There's chaos going. She takes out this knife. Mijito, I have to go, but I will leave you here with protection. And she grabs the little white rabbit from his grasp, and the little boy, startled, he cuts open and rips off, instantly cuts the rabbit in half, and chops off its head. And she takes the head and she pours it straight into the ground, takes out a couple of herbs, does these things, takes out this enchantment, and with that same knife takes a thing into her arm and carves out like this little rune, and takes that bloody arm and also puts it into that pool of blood. And she starts chanting in protege mijito, contra todo lo que va a venir, contra todo en Jesús, los dulces, todos, escúchame ahorita. Weird shit. And then she takes her finger, and the little boy is just looking, and she just puts a nice big cross on his head and hands him the knife. Mijito, you are not protected against anything. Listen to me. You are a Reyes. Reyes, that means king. Los Reyes aren't scared. Los Reyes rule. Los Reyes are the leaders of men. The Reyes are never weak, never cry, never back down. Do you understand, mijito? And the little boy is just looking at the knife. And then now you hear from the background knocking, like loud screams at the door. And she says, you know what you need to do, mijito? Survive. And then survive. We will reunite you. I promise. But now I must go. And she goes to where that little blood thing is, and she backs into it. And she takes out this other like necklace, and it's got this powder and or this liquid, and she smashes it. and she like covers herself, and where she like touches herself and she reaches down to that same blood and touches up, does some weird ritualistic thing with the blood in this vial, and she starts shaking, and little by little, special effects come in, and it looks like she gets sucked in from her stomach into like a black hole of nothingness, and like with a flash, she's gone, and the entire time she's shrinking and going into this little ball. It's like she's screaming in pain, like she's teleporting just herself through this magical barrier to Exandria. And when the camera changes its focus, you can now see the doors open. The doors behind that were being banged on break open. And there's like 3 or 4 armed men, all Hispanic looking. All coming in. Okay, ¿dónde estamos todos? Where is everybody? Cut to the little boy holding the knife, looks up, and then his eyes black. You just hear the chaos and screams and bullets going off while everything is pure darkness. You don't see anything, you just hear the chaos. And then a few seconds later, as it's dying down, you just hear the little gurgles of death around. Camera opens again, and it's just a little boy now. There, white suit, drenched in blood, knife clattered to the side, and he's just petting the dead body of the white rabbit. Camera gets closer to him, his face, and he looks up. Smash cut to his now gentleman, 30 years later. On the screen it says 30 years later. It says 30 years later on the screen. And it's Los. And he's rubbing just this little rabbit's foot. That's all that's left. This white little rabbit's foot. And in the background, you could hear echoes of things. And you could still hear like the screams and gurgles in the background, like he's remembering that past memory. And other sounds being mixed in, like somebody talking into a microphone. You could hear crowds of people. And he stands up. He goes out, and you can see that it's a church. And he looks to address a crowd at this church. But it's just like couple hundred of men and soldiers. Cutscene. It just, title screen now. Tabletop Theater presents Los's Angels, Episode 1. And we see these little, written by Los, directed by Los, starring Los. Credits other people, there's a few other you guys, but just as your name started appearing, we get those little twirling newspaper things, exposition of like 2020, strange virus, COVID-19, where did it come from? Los Angeles, hell erupts in Los Angeles. You see National Examiner, picture of like these rabid dogs, 2-headed Cerberus looking dogs on top of a police car. Another newspaper article, terrorist attack in Disneyland. Another article, years later, January 13th, 2024. Bermuda Triangle opens up. National Enquirer says Kraken seen in the Kraken discovered. Tons of different like ships missing. There's a vague photographic thing of like this ginormous tentacle coming out of the ocean. Uh, and then more and more newspaper articles coming up. 20, 2030, 2040, 2050. Nations at war, the water wars, the air poison, just nuclear attack, weather, disease, until it says 2054, 30 years later, and the title just says, "Is Can Humanity Be Saved?" And that's when we pull back into Carlos or Los at this mega church, ancient cathedral, rocks and stones, where would be, is now surrounding very, very familiar like thing of Stargate circle, like a prop, like everything that like the cathedral looks normal, and this looks ultra realistic. It's like a prop being brought back and revived. The camera looks, and he's addressing a not just a crowd, but armed men, women, scientists, people like there's crates and handcarts being ready, and you are part of that. You're there looking at him giving this speech. They came and destroyed our world, planted a seed of evil. It is our turn to go back and take what was taken from us. I have chosen the best of the best. You. Crowd erupts, cheering loudness. We are the new explorers. We will be the first seeds of the new humanity, of our new home. It will be dangerous. These monsters, and as he's talking, it goes cut to you guys, each like looking at each other, and you look around, and everybody's in preparation and listening as he's talking about the dangers of Exandria. Expect the unexpected, pumping you all up, telling you how good you are, and that you're the best of the best. And then he says, "But we have the secret weapon." He pulls out the briefcase, the earlier briefcase that you had all seen. Pulp Fiction style, opens it up, glowing golden light. He reaches in and pulls out a golden ticket, like a golden movie ticket. This is the new power. And he goes up, and he's looking at his watch. Our time is now. We will go to Exandria. And then he, as the clock of the cathedral strikes midnight, he smiles and just touches the Stargate movie prop, and the very usual warp sign comes out, and it's a glassy finish. Okay, go as you've been preparing, and everybody knows the plan. Get through there as quickly as possible. Tons of little soldiers. You guys in a press and a rush start moving forward as well. There are people moving in with carts and things like that. Tons of gear. And as you guys barely even have any chance to like really get a good feel or even hesitate, because you're pressed by the rush of everybody. And as usual, you get that same effect of like warp speed, tunneling, going to a new destination. And as you fall through, almost in just like a split near seconds later, you realize you're somewhere new, and it's a other weird place. It's a ziggurat. I mean, you don't know, but we recognize the exact same ziggurat that we were previously. There on, it's weird. There's tons of weird red flames in the background, green everywhere, and they have these little crystals that are amplified and thrown off these weird purplish lights. And everybody's thrown off for a second, and your hearing is like as you're adjusting. Here, he starts talking to Maria. To Maria, and you could see him having a quick conversation, and pretty soon, like everybody's like getting ears ringing, and it's starting to phase in where you're at. All of a sudden, teleportation. The camera, while all of you are kind of like adjusting, let's zoom in on one of you guys. Karl.
Okay.
The camera zooms in on you. You're in this weird temple thing, and everybody's like still adjusting. In the background you could see that Los and Maria are having a conversation. There's women chanting, and everybody's catching their bearings, but you all of a sudden like step up. The camera zooms in on you. Tell me about you and give me your as the camera zooms on you, it shows like this little wanted symbol, like a wanted sign. Puts you up front. Tell me.
So like Suicide Squad
Yeah.
when it's describing the characters at the beginning. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm this character is Karl. I'm intentionally using this voice. This character is Karl. He is a former criminal from the land of Austria. And he left his homeland when the heat was getting a little bit too hot on him. And he decided to go to America to follow his hero. And oh, right, I should read what I wrote down. Yes. He fled to America following his hero. Yes. He tried out first getting a job in acting, but it didn't work out so well. So he got back into his regular profession of, well, say the underbelly of society. And that's when he got noticed by associates of Los, would be the right way of describing it. And he got recruited to be part of Los's Angels. But he did, well, since he didn't get to actually meet his hero, because I eventually realized that we're too far into the future, he did say when he was leaving, well, Los Angeles, I presume, would be where we were. He did say, in his own voice,
I should have mentioned it was Colombia. My bad. Colombia.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, he left Los Angeles and went to Colombia. There we go. But when he left Los Angeles, he did say, I'll be back.
Done and done. Perfect. Camera shifts over to let's go with Dominique. Dominique, who's also now catching your bearings at the new location. Same thing as it does. You can even notice that now there's like a wanted, like the wanted symbols and little bullet points showing up as you give an introduction to your character.
looking at her. She's a redhead and very slim. And she's um she's basically like a gypsy. She's a gypsy, and so you can see, that she's looking around and very much, you know, keeping track of what's going on around her. She's trying to get her bearings
Yes.
of what she's looking at. A little bit about her is that she is the elder child.
Bullet point, elder child.
Yes. And she is the holder of secrets.
Holder of secrets. Nice.
Master of the pen. And most people do not see her. She's, never can see her coming.
You'll never see her coming. Nice. Fantastic. The camera shifts over, and whereas this intro was all, and I'm sorry, anything else? All right. The camera shifts over, and whereas everything else with the colors were all like hyper dark contrast, to make, dark sad movies look realistic, it brightens up a little bit, and the colors seem to pop in a fun sort of way as we focus in on Pistoliero. Camera zooms in on you. Please give us a proper introduction.
You
The
see,
music even shifts.
you see a very thin man. He is tall, he's lanky, and he has the most audacious mustache. Ah, oui, oui. And he is twirling the said mustache in on his face when the wanted sign brings in wanted, dead, and alive, $870,000. Wanted in 47 countries. He is fast on the draw. And he is the most honest gentleman. Pistoliero.
Fantastic. All right. Leia, would you like to do an introduction as well?
Why, yes, because they've all manifested in. She's coming in through a dimension door onto the platform, and she's going, "Can we stop throwing these knives everywhere? I almost got exposed here."
No.
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 All of a sudden, you hear no. She's mimicking your voice instantly.
Nice.
No.
She mimics back. No.
No.
It's getting, you can hear the enunciations. You can hear it sounds just like you. It's like an echo of like a walkie-talkie. She's mimicking back. She's also mimicking. And she's
I
like,
am an annoying little creature.
"Yeah, you're from the dirt realm as a human being."
Oui. And you are a small and annoying little pest.
"Oh, you really think so?" All of a sudden, poops right into you, looking like you.
Look at that! You got even more annoying.
Camera zooms in on her.
I did not know it was possible.
Oh no!
Formidable.
All of a sudden, you see the bullet points, and you see no face. You see only a blank portrait. It says "Crossroad Dealer," letter of an alphabet, from the underground. Loves Earth Theater, by the way. And he has a quote saying, "Here's another curse for you. May all your bacon burn."
Sacre bleu!
That is a horrible curse.
But at least
Sorry.
it is only the bacon.
Is that the
Fantastic. As this, go ahead.
Dominique steps back and is looking at Leia, not knowing her name, but what does she look like?
So this isn't you see a halfling come in, and then all of a sudden you're seeing another human in front of you.
Pistoliero.
You see, you are seeing double. The
So you
best
see
kind of double there is.
So-
Moi.
So of course the person is looking back at, like, turns around, notices you guys are all looking, and go, "What? You've never seen a cube before?"
Q.
Yes, good shit,
all of a
you.
sudden looks like automatically turns into Dominique.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah, cue the confusion.
As this is happening, all of a sudden, like the music changes and the camera shifts as like we hear Carlos saying, "Okay, everybody, quickly rush through the other portal. We must get out of here and go to our new home base." And everybody starts like there's the ladies that you can now hear the chanting being picked up again as you look around and a group of like women in black veils and like this sinister somber looking dress are singing off this somberish music, and where you had portal come in, now you can see now there's like that weird shit on that another like handmade magical portal built up is there, and this time this Fernand goes up, and he's still no, Fernand's already dead. They needed to bring him in. The ladies like take this blood from Fernand that is left on a pool in an altar table, go up and smear something, say this little prayer, and then another thing goes through, and everybody starts rushing. You can see there's a couple hundred people packed into this giant ziggurat that made it through, gear, weapons, soldiers going through, and the same rush of things. You guys get pulled. Are one of the last people getting pulled. You and this little group are going through, and you could hear now like loud banging. Cut to the door being like forced open. Cut to the last few of you going through. Carlos and then Maria being one of the last people through. Except that Scar throws this axe. You ain't going nowhere, bitch. As like she had one last look and like laughed. She's going through, and this axe hits her in the back after she's gone through and the portal closes. Cut to you guys. Once again, it's point of view. It's doing the tunneling effect of teleportation and transportation. Nearly the same one that you saw with the Stargate. But this time it starts flickering and it fails. You're in free fall.
It
Splash,
is.
splash, splash, splash. You land in a lake or some sort of water things. A camera cuts to, and it's just splashing of people, a few here left and right. There's crates and cargoes landing on the lake. You just see sploosh, sploosh, and then camera cuts to you and a few other around you in the lake, gasping for air. And this, I don't know, this dude, hey, you all okay? And he's looking around. What happened?
It's called a spell just failed.
Did we make it? Are we still in dirt?
Mm,
Nope.
well, you've got me here, so that should be an answer.
Suddenly, they're hearing people off in the different corners say, "Hey, everybody okay?" And this guy seems to be taking charge. Then suddenly, out of the water, this serpentine monstrous head picks up like a person and just like is like holding them up and just like rattling them up and just like comes back down into the ground. Everybody starts panicking. That dude that's just talking, fuck, run, and swim. I need.
I was gonna say kind of hard to run.
Run, yeah.
Yeah.
Water walk, water walk. I cast
Oh,
water walk. I'm not a
what?
magic user, but I'll do it anyway.
So first off, like this monstrous head pulls down. A second after, another one comes out and starts scrabbing. Oh, let's find out. How many of you? There's. Uh-huh. Oh. All right. Eight's good. Eight's good. Another one of these heads comes out of the water nearby and grabs some other person, soldier, and it's grabbed them by the legs, and you can see the top of him just being like half in and half out of this monster, and he's pulling out his machine gun, he's just firing blindly, and he starts getting dragged in. I would like you all. How would you like to try to escape or get to shore? Does anybody have
Swim?
any abilities? Yeah. Why don't you roll me first a athletics or roll me either in athletics or
Acrobatic?
what's that?
An acrobatic?
Acrobatic?
Yeah, yeah. Oof. First rolls of the day. Karl. Karl's a big guy. Nice and thin. You're doing this nice little quick. So everybody's scattering out, and my guy is moving too as well because he's got missed. He's moving out. Everybody's trying to escape. All of a sudden, the camera reveals more of this creature. Starts pulling out. 3, 4, 5 heads connected to this hydra in this lake. Mythical beast.
Hmm.
Oh, hell,
Absolute
Hydra!
mythical
Oh,
beast.
hell, Hydra, yes.
Going after you guys. Let's see. Welcome to the Feyworld. That you've been warned is terrible. Oh boy. He gets a hold of one of these guys and just show how much damage one of these attacks does. Chomp starts chasing you down because you all are doing so good, except for Karl, who's doing it was a little bit slower. This dude is catching up to you, and he's looking at you. Whoever moves slower is gonna get and gets pulled out, and it's just picked up, and the 3 or 4 of the heads that don't have 3 other heads that aren't chewing down on somebody start scrabbling forward, and they detain there for a second. Well, 3 of your compatriots are just being ripped apart by these 5 heads in this water. As you start, give me one more round of either Constitution. I'm going to add Constitution now because it's far, far away.
Wait a minute. To who? For Karl?
No. Everybody, throw me either one more round of acrobatics, athletics, or now I'm going to add Constitution because Constitution is how long you can maintain swimming.
So one of the above, okay.
Yeah.
I can't roll anything but 6.
Can I state at this point, Q's hands have turned into somewhat fins because they're not dealing with us.
Dominique's
Yes.
not doing too good.
Yes, all of a sudden your magical abilities shift and you become like a you've seen one of these like mermaid fish people that move a lot quicker in here. You can roll with advantage because of that.
Sounds fair.
And let's see. So Ku rolled great anyways, so there we go. Da, 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 da.
Mhm.
All right.
That's why I was explaining that with that 22 changed. A little bit.
Perfect. Sorry. Yep. You flared it up and I didn't need to reflare it. It doesn't matter.
No.
You're pulling leagues ahead of everybody else. Everybody at this point is starting to slow down, get tired. This Hydra isn't quite done yet with them. Q is moving really quickly. At this point, this dude is the dude that's next to you. Let's roll for him. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. He rolled a 13 as well, so it's fine.
It's a very popular number.
He's like catching him, going, "Come on, we're almost to the ledge. Let's go!" And there's a few more. There's a couple more people all around that are moving as well, trying to swim along. I'm going to roll one last time to see what this guy does. 6. All right, that's fine. That's still good. You guys are safe. One more of your compatriots gets snatched by the water, and I like one more roll from all of you. Try to reach the ground. Reach land.
Same 3 choices?
Yeah, same 3 choices.
Well, I'm going to roll crappy, so it doesn't matter which one I pick.
Whoa!
Yep.
Whoa, Wooster!
Wooster looks like he's making it to shore, and all of a sudden, he doesn't quite isn't there. Karl, you're still lagging one last time. You see like that he's like being tripped up by like this other snake like eel or like this mouth thing. His tongue is lashing onto him and it's sucking him from underneath under the water.
Do I see this?
Yeah, everybody could see this.
Can I use a bonus action?
Yes, you may. Camera cuts through to you struggling underneath the water. and where like the tongue now can this you could see one of these heads coming towards you and then disappear. You wind up misty stepped onto the land and you're like, how the fuck did I did that? What? Huh? Or cut to you on the land now.
Mon Dieu! That was close.
The rest of you catch up panting onto the sand now, looking back whereas you could see now behind you, there's a Hydra now trying to chomp down on this metallic floating box. One of those waterproof big things from the Dirt Realm, and he's like trying to chomp it down, and all 4 of them are like banging their heads out, being distracted by this thing. While there's a few bodies, there's only like you 4, the same, and 2 others with you.
That did not go according to plan, eh? No.
What happened? What the fuck was that? Oh.
That, my sir, is a Hydra.
Oui. And yourself?
I'm Tom, and this other skinny kid. They call me Radar. I'm like I'm your tech guy. I'm the guy that's in charge of all the tech around here. Is that thing for real? Like, I've read a ton of fantasy books, and that shit. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's nothing to worry about. It's only a mere fish.
Q is going to be back into halfling form and basically say, anything and everything can happen here, honey. including really big chests.
Whoa.
Uh, do you mean like the ones with the treasure inside?
No, these are all real, honey. No implants needed.
I do not understand.
You're the one from Dur. I'm not.
Yes, but it's not the chest where you put the treasure in to find it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
dungeon.
You're talking about those chests. No, I was cupping my boobs, honey.
Why would you do that? That is perfectly. That is completely irrelevant to this discussion.
For the boys, it made a good show. And walks away.
I do not believe so. These were hideous.
All right, like, well, let's like move somewhere else. Yeah.
If you insist.
And yeah, Tom's like, yeah, come on, let's set up camp around it. And he starts like pulling, trying to salvage gear. What, see what can be salvaged. And shit.
Did any of the other
What do we
crates
call
make
you?
it
And
to
he's talking
shore?
to Leia. Listen, what do we go here from
me?
here? Yeah.
Can I roll a history check? Or not a history check?
Yes.
History. Okay. There we go.
22. You look around this lake. You see the mountains behind you,
Mhm.
and you're like, okay, you're pretty sure you're somewhere really close to this thing's in my place. Come on. Whitestone. You're really close to Whitestone, probably in the Whitestone Mountains, near where the home base, you know that your destination is deep inside the Whitestone Mountains in that secret heart lair where Woosterian's base is. So you know where to go, kind of, but this area is weird. So you know you're somewhere near there. Best you could tell. And
We
of
were
course,
dropped.
the Wookiee rule. Everybody knows now this as
Yes.
well. So he pulls out the map, Exandria map. You've all seen it. If not, it's in the thingy, and we'll show it later. And he zooms in. All right, so, and it's a hand drawn little sketch as the camera zooms in. So we're near here, and well, which direction do we go? Like, what's east? What's west? And he starts pulling out like.
I believe that is north. That is south. East and west.
Why don't you roll me a survival? Well, yeah.
Correction, no, sir. There is no such thing as north, east, south, and west here in Haldori.
And you can see off in the distance, there's 2 moons. Like, it's about to be sunset, and in the far off distance, like, you can see a pink moon in front of, like, a pinkish reddish moon in front of, like, this other one far off. And
We
like,
are-
you ain't in Kansas. I don't think we ain't in Kansas anymore, honey. Yeah.
If this was Kansas, I would be Dorothy, and I do not like Dorothy.
I did not believe we were in Kansas to begin with. We started in Colombia, you dumbass.
You need to catch up on your movies, good sir.
He pulls out like this like his radio gear and starts trying to make it operate. Him and Radio are like, come here, Rare, come on, let's try to make this work. And it's like, it's all soaked. It's all soaked, dude. I mean, there's like nothing we could do. Totally. That's not. They're trying to work on that. In the meantime, he's like, see what you guys have for gear and what we could save.
Where are the mountains?
To the left, you're kind of like in a point where they're to your left and right. You're kind of in the middle of a valley, so they're kind of surrounding you. Towards lower ground, I don't know. Why don't you roll me a survival? But that's what you could see.
Is
you
it
all
the
want to roll like a survival investigation? There's still a lake full of gear that's being guarded by a hydra, and stuff around. Why don't you all roll me some rolls? See what you guys want to do. I'll leave it up to you.
I want to do a perception.
Go for it. Look around. Camera cuts to your point of view as you investigate everything really slowly. Zoom in on key points. There's crates. There's like a not so much of a forest, but what's starting to be like a little bit of like snow, and snow in that direction. Let's call it north for right now. And there are a few bodies on the ground where they just did not hit the lake. Let's count up about 10 or so off of just first perspective view, just splats. And
Splattery
Are they
will get
in
you
a
nowhere.
specific direction? The splats?
very
Like-
good point. They're scattered around the beach in such a way that that would be more of that. Yes, they point north.
I think we're supposed to go that way, and I point north.
But you turn to look back.
North.
Pistoliero has vanished somewhere.
Ooh, do you wanna go to where
Um,
you're going, or
Not very well.
Not very well, but he has gone away.
you want to cut to what your guy is doing, or cut to everybody else?
Yeah, he's scavenging supplies from the from the beach.
All right, roll me investigation.
Eh. Sure.
Huh.
Not very good.
Yeah, that's not a very good. You might need some coordinated help with that.
Eh.
Can
Anyways,
I?
he's disappeared. Dominique is like looking and calculating. Like, I think we go this way. Leia and Karl, anything interesting you want to do?
So you're saying there's a bunch of crates floating in the lake. Did any of them make it to shore, or are they all just out in the lake? Or I guess if they made it to shore, they crashed.
Yeah. It's going to. Would you like
What I'd like to do is I'd like to take a grappling hook on a rope and try and fish in some of the crates that are in the lake without actually going out into the lake.
Let's roll. How about you roll me an investigation then with words.
With
Take the better of the two.
investigation with words.
Take the better of the two. Why can't I think of the word? Advantage. Thank you. Advantage.
Okay, I'm going to need it because I'm not very good at investigation, but okay. I was hoping to do something athletic.
You can do athletic if
17.
you want.
17.
17's good. Yes. You're able to like with your aim accuracy and things like that, you're able to get pieces that are good and not you don't have to wait too far out in the water. You pull in a crate of stuff. It's a mysterious crate of things that you need. Gear, electrical stuff, blankets. Here is something that you could use randomly of stuff that you need.
A box of holding of stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, maybe Radar can use some of the stuff that's in the box for communications.
Well, Leia kind of has a pouch next to her because she realizes she's kind of breezy right now and cold and wet, so she's pulling out articles of clothing from this realm. She's pulling out her clothes, going, "Okay, is this gonna fit?" As you in that, so stuff is spilling out of her bag right now.
Bag. There we go.
So
everybody's dealing. All right. And then Karl and Tom and are is like they're going out communication gear and they're trying to different things. It's like totally not working yet. Like it's like this one's dry and everything. What's going on? Like I think it's like interference and stuff from like I don't know, Exandria magic. We were warned about shit like that, right? Let's check the crate. Maybe we could do something like that. Cause like
Can I roll perception on their stuff real quick?
yeah,
Is that high
Perception.
enough to do what I want to do?
what do you want to do?
I want to see if they have a walkie-talkie that they just kicked.
They have a normal dirt walkie-talkie, and you I think you would know how to convert it.
Mhm.
You could help out, but this is going to take some time. This is going to take some time. You know what? I could do this expositionally. Like, all right, so like we can convert this, but we got to let some of this gear dry off, and whatever's in the crate can help us too. I think we could convert this, but it'll take a little while, and like it's getting dark. Maybe we should set up camp around here.
I
Is
would
anybody
suggest
good at like
closer in the
survival?
forest.
What's that?
I would suggest going towards the forest, the
All
tree
right,
lines.
so let's roll a survival check. You could do it with advantage or two different people individually. What would you prefer as a group?
Anybody got any wisdom?
I do.
All right,
First.
Leah, you know these places. You're the guide right now because like we're a bunch of dirt. Wait, what?
Well, you said I rolled with advantage, right?
Nobody else rolled, so yeah.
Yes, because
Into the
yes, you
trees.
have a general direction. You're from this area, you know, and you start moving up closer to a towards the forest. It starts getting colder and colder. There's some cold gear that you can use to operate, but there's there's a spot where it's not snowy or cold, but the trees provide enough cover. You could build a fire, you could warm up. Everything's good right here.
I say we go there.
Cut to a campfire built. It's nice and woody. Everybody is safe at the moment. There's strange sounds out in the forest. And here's a moment where everybody's just like getting together and talking about stuff. So like, and that's the reason why I joined up, you know? Nothing better to do. Best use my skills I've ever figured out. How about you guys? What's your deal?
I've been on the wrong side of the law in several countries, at least three, two that I knew of and one extra one. Didn't know we were going to Columbia. I thought that was a university. So, why am I whatever voice you just use, I copy. I don't have no idea why I always do that. And my
It's
brain
your form
can't.
of yes ending.
Yeah, and my brain, like, I have to think I'll be back, and then now I can talk like that.
Dental.
So, because it's nightfall, Leia, who has now changed into a dark elf, is up in the trees, just sitting there listening to the conversations and going, "You guys might be all from the dirt realm. I've only visited there once, but I'm from here. I prefer to be in dirt."
Then
You
why
see
are
Dominique
you
next to
here? Asks Pistoliero, hanging from his feet, descending down next to Q, upside down.
Oh, why am I here?
Oui, if you prefer it, in the dark.
To keep an eye on you guys, because apparently you guys stepped into my area and you guys almost all died. So explain that one to me.
I am not dead. I did not need no babysitter.
Really?
No,
That's why you almost drowned?
not even close.
It's
You
like
see Dominique watching the interplay between the two of them, and she pulls out a little piece of paper and a calligraphy pen and starts writing just random things.
Actually,
taking
I'll do
notes.
this.
And she also does a little drawing
Oh
of
yeah, this way.
Leia because she's never seen one before. So she's staring and she's, it's like I've never seen creature like this before. And
Yeah,
so
never.
she's
You have never seen the midget before?
Dominique, roll me a perception check as the camera like zooms in nicely on Leia and zooms in on your face like as it's in awe and trying to figure out stuff. Zoom in on her skin and like you could see like a sort of magical effect, not really magical effect, but just like nice CGI, the most advanced version of CGI you've ever seen. And she does this thing with her hand, and just her hand does like looks like Mystique from X-Men, and then goes back. But everything but just her skin, her clothing stays exactly the same. You can't change her clothing, just her pure skin. And you could see her hand
can
like
you turn your thing back around because that's like totally messing me up right now. Wooster.
No.
Benta.
Carlos,
Yeah,
I want to use an action, an ability I have, just
sure.
to get a more accurate lay of the people around me.
Sure.
And this is the one I want to use.
Karl, like, closes his eyes and hums and meditates for a second. And the camera zooms in while everybody's talking, all this stuff's happening, slowly zooms into you as your eyes open up. And again, from your point of view, you're twitching. I hear something. I sense something. And you're looking, and three things happening now that we're at a more quiet spot. You notice the absence of something. All of you start like you in particular notice that that electric hum that Earth has had all of your life is missing. This is what true stillness sounds like. You're in the middle of the forest with just the fire blazing, and just the fire. You don't hear that electric hum of computers, satellites, electricity, humanity. But because of that, little magical things hum a certain way in that frequency where that gap is normally at. And you could hear Leia's entire essence sort of like hum, and an aura around her appears, a magical aura. Um, and the notes are kind of very sinister, dark. There's out into the forest, you can hear or sense animals that are not just beasts, but have been transformed in a certain magical essence. The camera cuts to like something out in the wilderness, and the humming that you're hearing goes really loud. And where the camera cuts in, it's just reddish eyes and a forest creature going.
You like making that sound. You
I
really
do.
do.
I love it. I love it. It's one of my things to do. A sinister notes, and you sense that there's weird shit out there. And as you're explaining this, Leia says, well, this area is filled with iridium out in the mountains, which has some weird effects against local flora and
Flora.
fauna. Yeah. So you're picking up on that with a discordant sound to the soundtrack that's going on in the background.
I wiggle my fingers in a certain way and look again towards these creatures in a way I described to you in Discord. No, like from before.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. From your point of view, all right. So this is gonna be great. Thank you for this opportunity. All right. So, you. The camera points to you as you lower your glasses, especially dark glasses, and normally a little bluish light of electricity LED pops on, and you can see that next to it there's like it's already has a moon crystal built into these special glasses. Your point of view goes in, zooms in, and then sort of like a nighttime LED infrared goggles, as on the other side of the glasses like this little reddish LED light turns on, and you're able to see further in. Camera cuts to infrared version of you're seeing like far distance, like both a pride of wolves out in the far forest that are like massive, and they sort of like hint there's movement, wolfish shape, and where you were specifically looking at up closer, there's like a bear shape. 1,
I
2,
let
and they
the
start moving off.
they're moving off. Okay, that's good. I'll let I'll let the group know that yeah, there's there'll be bears here. Another weird accent that I don't know where that came from. I'll be back. There are bears here, and wolf-like things off that way. Now I'm talking like an Indian. What the?
Well,
We got Pooh Bear. We got the Little Red Riding Hood wolf. Got it.
well, Tom and Karl throwing like, we better put some more flames on the fire then.
Common
And,
radio.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, what do we do?
Just stay where we are. Don't give. Making yourself big and bad here is the worst thing possible.
I mean,
They're just actually stoking up the fire, that's all.
yeah.
But there's a bear and there's a wolf.
Yeah, but normally they're not on Earth. Normally, if you do that,
Leia.
bears and wolves
Here?
don't near the fire.
Honey, you're in the wrong neck of the woods. You're on Teldore. Anything and everything is possible, including me.
All right. Well,
Okay, don't stoke the fire.
Radar is like, okay. Well,
Radar, come up here. Come up the tree if you're that scared.
it's nothing like what I expected.
This isn't Saw, honey. You're good.
Yeah, and then Tom's down there like, you know what? Let him come. I say we set up some watch, make sure none of this shit happens. We'll take turns resting, and then we'll head off at first light.
Yeah. Leia, I think, or Q, I think I'm gonna come up the tree as well. But I do it on the opposite tree so that it's, where we have perimeter up in the trees.
All right.
And I bring
There's a
my
reason.
knife with me.
There's a reason I was up in the trees.
So do you
So
want me to do acrobatics to see if I actually
no,
get
no,
up?
no, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. You make it up. You're setting up your camp. This is where we're gonna set up and rest for a night. So let's roll for the first night in an alien world where the humans from Dirt Realm are unprepared for the night adventures and activities of Andrew. So, survival or perception? Who's taking? We're going to do 3 rounds. Who's taking
I'll
first
do
watch?
perception. I'll do the first watch.
13.
I'll go on first watch as well.
24. You because you're more astute and visual, and you know, like you hear all these creaks and noises, but you're unsure of which ones are the dangerous one. Leia points them out and does know, like, okay, we can ignore that, and then certain ones you just throw rocks at because like spook that thing. But the real dangers don't show up. That's 2 of you for the first watch.
I'll take
Who
second
wants
watch.
to do the second watch?
Not a clue. So far, I think the highest I've rolled is 6 on a d20. Yeah, maybe a 7. I don't know.
You're on the first watch.
Second watch.
Second.
Second watch. You're on the second watch. And you're listening and being very careful.
Yep,
All
7 is
of
the
the-
highest I've rolled.
All of a sudden, you hear the distance machine gun fire going off, and you hear instantly. Everybody wakes up to the sound of Tom being attacked by something in the night.
Idiot.
To
Where's
darkness.
Tom?
Cut to darkness as we take our break right now while we set up for a fight.
We shall see you in a moment.
I have one thing to say to the audience. We'll be back.
Do
Oh.
that.
We are on, but not the game map. Where's my game map thingy? There we go. I just need to change this to the right window. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. Good. Excellent.
Well, welcome first off. Welcome back, I suppose.
Hello,
Are we on
hello.
yet?
Yeah, we should be on.
Oh. Sorry, I was just drawing fire. I am always late to getting prepped in the show.
That is perfectly fine.
I mean, that is how I roll, right?
That's how we all roll, right?
Because you guys do improvise these stuff. All right, so that's the campfire. There's logs. There's like the bit of thingy, and off in the distance, we're gonna see the thing. But I guess let me just finish up setting up one last bit.
So, Froggy, did you enjoy the donuts?
Donuts.
Oh, hello, kitty.
Where is Kitty?
So, welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you've enjoyed the game so far, and I hope I've thrown you on for loops.
I threw everybody
here's-
through a loop. What are you talking about?
Fruity Loop.
Well, let's cut back to. We're all back. Fade in. You hear the screams of Tom off in the distance, and gunfire as he's trying to blast. Da, 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 da. You guys wake up in the start. It's still pre-dawn. It's still it's just about dawn. It's soon to start. There's still a little bit of light around. It's in that witching hour. As you hear the attacks and the growls of something off in the distance, the camera cuts to Karl being torn apart by these creatures. They look
What?
like bears.
Carl's being torn
No, I'm being
Carl,
torn.
Not Karl. Sorry, Tom. Tom. Thank you. Tom is being like fending himself off as these bear things started chomping down, and then as one of them like hears the sound of you guys all waking up and movement, he turns. The campfire light illuminates. Oh, it's not a bear. It's a fucking owl bear. Not just an owl bear. 3 of them against 4 of you and 5 of you. Oh, Radar, he is peeing himself. So,
Radar, stay in the tree.
I can officially say this is the three little bears, and we're Goldilocks.
let's roll some initiative, y'all.
Except Radar. Radar's gonna be stuck in the tree.
Yes, we basically told him to stay in the tree.
Yes, perfect.
Actually, technically, because he's in the tree with Q, Q made sure he's tied up into the tree. He's not going anywhere, folks.
Initiative. There we go.
Talk about a Black Widow approach.
Okay, so
Thank God it was initiative, not
So that's gonna be a fun story right there.
oof. So first is Q, then the bears, owl bears.
Then Wooster. Then the Q and Wooster have the same. So it should Wooster.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably change that to Pistoliero.
Yeah, probably should. Yeah.
Yeah, but my initiative is a 4 while his is a 3.
So who goes first then?
so
Him?
it's Hugh, Wooster, or Pistoliero, creatures, Karl, then me.
Karl, then Dominique.
And then Radar can
Uh,
just wriggle in the tree.
Radar
me
is
throw you guys a
secure
little
in
bit-
my tree with my bat.
Let me throw you guys just a little bit. Nah, it's just gonna be 4 of you guys.
Mm.
Okay, so top of the round. The battle music starts. It's you guys against the bears. That, as you can see, that Karl is being, or Tom is pretty much out of the fight now, as he's torn up. His weapon inoffensive bullet holes. They start coming. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna actually do this.
Ooh.
Instantaneously at those creatures.
Does this creature have
it
to understand the
60 feet?
language? I don't think so, right?
One
It's a
creature.
melody of my choice. Melody is a melody.
There you go. So on a creature, pick one.
So I'm picking the one. Let's see.
I'm gonna give them different colors, all right?
Yeah, give them color so I know which one I'm looking at.
I see, and let's see if you guys can control this. Save. See that now? I should have made them a different 1 foot. Let's make that red, because red is red. Do you see them changing color or not?
Not.
I
But
do
think
not.
that give you control is the thing, and I can't remember how to give you control. Anyways, I'm just gonna roll. Let's just keep the combat moving, and I'll set that up in the next time to give them
You
colors.
get to
but
steal one of them. That shows which one it is.
yeah, that's fine. He's gonna be yellow here in a second.
Actually, does this work? Do you see my little thing?
Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect.
So that's
On
the one I'm
phone.
gonna go at. I'm gonna do the haunting melody towards.
Wisdom saving throw. Here we go. Wisdom. All right. Oh, 19.
And it passed it.
So
You
only
hear
half
this?
as much damage.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
click on it. Click on Dissonant Whispers. Nah, if not, I'll just roll 3d6.
I was gonna roll it.
Go for it. Yeah, you do it because I'm busy doing shit.
Yeah, you do that. I'll.
Hello, Maker. And yes, good luck for all of us.
Maker. Did the sound just go away?
Yes.
Who the what?
Oh,
Interesting. Roll 3d6. Did it do the thing?
yes.
How much damage is it?
It's 10.
10 damage. Okay, so
I
number
don't
one
see that
is-
either. Huh.
I
Oh,
I
there
see it.
is. Yeah.
I see it. I see it where.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
And
it. I see it.
so it takes half.
Yep. So 5 damage.
So as you're doing the one that looked at you and is looking at the fireplace and his mouth is still bloody, his eyes start blinking and this thing. And
There's
then
that
all
sound
3
again.
other
Ah!
attacks start showing up. Is there anything else you would like to do? You can move and you can hide. Any other bonus actions before we move on to
Let me check.
Pistoliero?
I'm checking really quick.
Meanwhile, I'm still giving you guys access to see if you guys can see the colors now.
No, I'm gonna stay right where I am in the tree next to radar. Because I know what those guys can do.
All right. So there it is. There is the permission. I think now you could see their colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pistolero, what would
Yep.
you like to do?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Step into the shadows and hide.
You're going to step into the shadows and hide stealth at 12. The music goes into a like a comedic bit as you're like
They can't
And
see me if my
you're-
head's in the sand.
you're
human.
hiding, but your butt is sticking out of the snow. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Yep. That's my turn.
Well, the owl bears are going to move now, and one of them is still going to finish snacking on Tom. As these two, the one that you hit is pissed and starts moving forward, moving towards the fire. Let's go for over here. Actually, what's his movement? I should determine that first.
And also remember he was hit with her thing.
But he
So
passed. So he
Oh, he
basically just
passed.
got to that. Yeah, he
Okay.
passed. 40 feet. That is a lot of movement.
That's a lot of movement.
Yeah, that's a lot of movement. So, ooh, we're just gonna do this. But already he has a passive perception of 13. So I mean, he sees a snack, he's gonna go for snack, and the other guy is gonna. This guy's going to stop it, move in this direction, go towards attack, towards the fire. This one's going to go in this direction and start to go after Woosterian. Or I'm sorry, not after Woosterian. Pistoliero.
I was like, since when did I change my character again?
Yeah. Well, Dominique, you're in the first.
Question: does this rage slow their movement?
Dominique is
Yes.
in the tree.
Yes. Actually, you want to move yourself to this tree then, over here.
I thought we were all in the tree.
Oh, there's no tree here.
Only Q and Dominique and Radar are in
Radar.
trees.
Yeah. All right. So correct. All right. Let's do this.
I was
then.
on
So-
watch, and presumably Tom was on watch and got eaten.
Yeah. Exactly right. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Correct.
Hey, how did I get over there?
Because I moved you. That's why.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we're gonna attack you then instead. Multi-attack, beak and claws. 15 and 23. Does either one of those hit you?
The 23 hits.
For a total of 9 slashing damage. Pistoliero, comedically, your butt is exposed. He for sure sees it with a passive perception of 13. Beak and claws. Does either one of these hit you?
18 does hit, yes.
Pokes you in the butt. Takes out a chunk. You instantly jump out of the snow. And just in time when this claw swipes where you were. And the other owlbear is finishing up and is just gonna start to slowly pace in that direction. Next up, it is.
You need to roll
Karl.
damage for.
Oh, I do.
It doesn't have to if it's only comedic
Oh.
effect.
14. 14. He bit your ass good.
Bummer.
Ouch.
No, I didn't.
There we go.
Ooh.
Q hits cutting words.
There we go.
So
The comedic effect continues as you say something interesting and I have to do a thing.
yeah.
Okay, so I basically have to re-roll that attack, right?
Yeah.
So as let's attack. No. I have to roll beak attack.
My whole family's getting online.
16. Does a 16 hit you? Pistoliero, does a 16 hit you?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Good try. So I mean, it bit your butt, and as the camera looks through, it's your pants. It's now your bit of your pants, and now you have a hole exposed in your buttocks. Is showing?
Why is it doing 2 beak attacks?
Because she rolled a thing so that I would roll with it. Have to re-roll
right.
it one more time.
Okay.
That's
I saved you.
yeah.
Oh.
She tried to save you, but the 16 still hit you though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why. But comedically, we're so now you have a hole in your butt, and it is now Karl's turn as this.
Oh,
Well, damn initiative not going first, but you make me angry. Brr. And for the first time, I get to roll a d8.
Ooh.
Roll 1d8. 8. Okay, what the hell does that mean now? 8. I'll just copy. Oh, I can't do that. I have to put the whole thing in. Okay. 8. A bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next turn. Until your rage ends, you can do this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Nice.
somebody's
Well,
sparkling.
I'm gonna pick the one in front of me.
Constitution saving throw, then, huh?
Yes.
13.
What is my 8 plus proficiency and Constitution modifier? 8 plus proficiency is 3 is 11. Constitution and 4 is 15 is the same, so it failed. So
Wow.
it takes
1d6 points of damage and is
roll.
blinded.
1d6.
Okay.
It took 1 whole point of damage.
In the eye.
So, you know how we scratch you as a reaction? You got pissed, where your blood thing is. You look down and it's like glowing bright white, and Brian's missing. And he's like, ah! You could hear his screams of pain and confusion as looking around and unable to see for a bit.
Until the start of
Weird
my
shit
next turn.
happening. How does that
Yeah.
happen from a human? Interesting.
It's wild, man. It's wild.
Super wild. We're in these
Um,
weird spots.
I have a question. If because he's blind, can he do a reaction attack?
Yes, but it could attack normally. It'll just be at a disadvantage.
Oh, okay. In which case, I'll just hit him then. I was going to be sneaky and try and get advantage on the on Greenie over on there, but that won't work. Okay, so I'll just whack at him.
Go for it.
Wacky number 1. 17.
That's probably gonna hit. AC is that hits. 17 hits.
That would be 10 plus 2 is 12. I forgot rage. I have to click that, don't I? Yes. So that's 12 damage.
Okay, keep going.
And
Vicious hit.
second attack. Whack. 22.
That hits. That hits.
Or 7 more. So 12 and 7. 19.
Well, it's blinded. It's blinded and bleeding and hurt and is just pissed and you could see it like go up on its tail, and it's stupid scary because again, it's an owl bear. The first time in your life you've seen a bear with the face of an owl, and that shit is hurt. But luckily,
And at movement, I'm going to stay within so it doesn't get I'm just going to go
attack
here.
of opportunity. Got it. Move.
Yeah,
move
I'm just going to go here because that way maybe it'll swing where I was.
End of turn. Dominique, what would
Okay.
you like to do?
Yeah, I am actually going to move and try to hide over so I can get over here.
Go for it. You want to sneakily move over there right now? Roll me
Yeah.
a stealth attack. A stealth. Oh, she's being fine. That's good.
And then because of Karl being on the other side,
Uh-huh.
I want to attack the one that's injured with.
You want to, by FYI, right now, because you're hidden, you have sneak attack and advantage on basically all 3 of these. So, how
The
about this?
one
You want to
that's-
attack him and then hide afterward?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Okay, go for it. Roll to hit, and I think you have you have advantage, so, and you have sneak attack. Yeah. All of 13 just hits. For a total of 9.
Ooh, that sneak wasn't very
That
sneaky.
sneak wasn't very good. But then again,
Yeah.
it's daggers. So like, as you're rushing across, you like a blur, slice. You slice into him, and then you rush into the trees. And where you were, the camera cuts to the side of him is bleeding, for a total of 9 damage. And then you use that to hide for a total of 20, or for a total of 16, which is really good. So,
Where did she go? Where did she go?
Exactly.
I saw his butt sticking up because my passive perception is 15, but at 16, I can't see that.
Yeah. So, I think that's action, movement, and bonus action. Anything else? If not, we're gonna go to top of the round with Q, followed by Pistoliero. Q, what would you like to do?
Let's see.
No, it's not updating my hit point. No, but you can't see that anyway.
So Let me see something real quick. Where's I spell it? Okay. So, because Q knows to not confront these owl bears at all, and staying at height works. She's pulling out her hand crossbow and she's going to try to attack the one she already hit.
All right. You mean got it. Go for it. Hand crossbow with an 8, unless he's in. Yeah, with, you don't have anything that. I don't think an 8's gonna make it.
No.
I don't think of a reason I could give you advantage unless you're like a. You're not a. Yeah.
Is it
So
the one that's attacking Pistoliero?
Yeah, but
That's
that
the
only
one?
you're a rogue, so
No.
you're a rogue, so you get advantage because he's attacking him. But she's not a rogue, so she doesn't get that ability. In fact, what ability? What is your class, Leia?
Bard.
All right, yeah. So I don't think you get it. All right. So you shoot, and unfortunately, it misses. As even though he's blind, he's thrashing and doing all these weird things. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Ooh, what is this? If I'm correct, that might actually hit. Nope, I don't have
No
anything
problem.
right now, so I'm good.
You're no problem. Pistoliero, you're up. What would you like to do? You got now an angry owlbear with a chunk of your pants on its beak.
And I grab the pants and step out of its range into here.
You do that thing again where you're like, I don't want to be here.
Yep.
And
Then I'm next to
there's
this
a-
guy, and I pull out from my pocket a little switch knife. A full 3 feet of the metal blade comes out, and I stab it. Stab with it.
Nice. Do an attack. Probably with advantage because it's both blind and all that jazz. Yeah, that for sure that hits. Yeah.
And I mark it as my favorite foe.
Your favorite foe.
Ah,
Got it. For a total of 5. That's a whoa. That was weird.
and then my next attack.
That hits. That yeah, for 7 is good.
You rolled 2 1s on the first damage, and you rolled 2 2s on the second damage.
I'm getting better.
Yeah, every time you will get a little bit better.
Every time it's called experience. Oh, sorry. Take that 2 off because you only get that once around.
Ah, got it.
It's like a sneak attack.
Got it.
Yep.
Well, this first owlbear is blind and being poked and stabbed from all different angles, and it's close to death. It's viciously. Blah, blah, blah.
Why does it have a
So
big red
first-
X through it then?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not quite there yet. Not quite there yet.
Oh, okay.
Not quite there yet. All right. Anyways, I'm going to roll 2 blind attacks. The beak forward and the swing backwards. With disadvantage because he's blind. Ooh. The beak. He pokes at Karl.
21 hits.
Huh?
The 21 hits.
For a total of 13. and
So 6.
turns around and does this weird little funny routine as comedic music plays as he's like twirling and misses you completely. And he stops and he's a little bit dizzy now, and he hears a little music above him. All right. The other ones, though, however, start converging, and they're coming at this one comes over and starts being pissed, like, huh, where'd he go? And sees this one's gonna come, and this one's going around the corner, and he's seeing his friend getting all beat up, but he doesn't have an action to move there just yet. All right. That is their turn, except for this Albert. No, he's gonna take a beak and a claw attack against Karl. 22 hit.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first attack? Is this the first hit that you're getting?
No, I've been hit before by the other guy.
So 9 plus 7.
This +7 would be for
No,
the
no, 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 no,
critical.
no, no, not the plus 7. Just a 9. Just a 9, obviously. Yeah, that's only
Okay.
for the.
And
the
the
second one
claws miss horribly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 4. Thank God for rage.
Actually, I'm gonna keep this guy over here, still being still kind of distracted. I think this is a good.
Is he still eating?
No, yeah, he's kind of like he's here both like carrying half of his body carrying him with him, and he's like trying to see what's going on over here. So he's not quite there in the fight yet. All right, that's their turn. Karl and Dominique, you are up.
Karl is going to, well, the guy, now it's the start of my next turn, so he's not blind anymore.
But it's flanked.
Yes, but I get to, as a bonus action, do the blind thing again. So I'm going to do it on the one above me. Because I'm thinking that one's going to be dead before it has another turn. So a Constitution saving throw.
So as like your blood is still like radiating this bright light, you just turn around and now it blinds this owl. With the Constitution saving throw is going to be.
It made it.
Success.
It made it.
It made it. It's the light is faded. It's not as good as an effect. Bonus action used.
All right. Well, I will do my first attack
In
on.
Saint French accent.
I'm gonna do my first attack on the guy that's wounded in front of me, and hopefully I'll do my second attack on the other one. But I do the first attack first, because that makes sense, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be a first attack. Whack. 12?
Misses.
Well, that's inconvenient. I have to waste my second attack on him then.
Are you doing it as a reckless attack?
No.
Because he's flanked.
Because I'm hoping he's going to be dead, so I won't be flanked when it gets to their turn.
Gotcha.
24.
That hits.
Or 7.
Or 7. He's close, but he's really hurt, and you can see now that he's seen. And with the last hit, he like the blindness of his eyes disappear, and he's really, really hurt. Not quite there. Not quite there yet.
Not dead yet.
Dominique will take care of him.
And the music intensifies as we look at your situation, as like you're still struggling, like your hits aren't doing it. His eyes blind are looking. You're at that point in the fight where everything seems dark. Surrounded, there's 3 of them. It's just you. You look behind you, there's another one. You're in a bad spot, sir. Cut to Dominique. What would you like to do?
So Dominique sees what's going on, and she's like, shakes her head. She comes out and does her dagger sneak attack onto that one.
Roll it. 15 hits. You have sneak attack damage.
That's nice.
You completely take him out of the fight.
I do one of these.
You carve at its back, and it just plummets forward, lands still, like barely twitching, and with a loud, and it's just you now holding the knives. Kick ass. You still have a bonus action and movement. What would you like to do?
I don't want to do an attack. I don't want to get an attack of opportunity.
It's
When I
dead. It's
move.
not. It's.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about one of the other ones.
Oh, okay. That attack of opportunity is only when you leave their
Yeah.
area
Okay.
of effect.
Thank
So
you
if you
for reminding
enter
me.
and then leave, you're not.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
good.
So I want to go. I want to move. So I'm flanking it over
Okay.
here.
You could do that. You could do that. You want to
And
move
then-
to right here? Or-
Yeah.
All right, let's put you there. Boom. You are flanking it. You've killed this guy, and then you move to the other one to help Karl. The music becomes uplifting. End of turn. We're good. You have a bonus action. That's it.
I want to hide.
You could either hide or be flanking him.
Not bad.
Because the whole point of it is like he's distracted between the two of you. So you either have to actively be distracting him or you're hiding. Sorry, choices, consequences.
Okay, I'll distract him.
Nice. End of turn. Pistoliero. No. Top of the
Leia.
round, Q. You're up.
I'm gonna hand crossbow the one in green.
Got it. Roll with advantage because he's being, obviously there's all sorts of stuff. Wow, it just barely misses. I'm so sorry. His AC is 13.
The red one's off in the distance still, right?
What's that?
Yep.
The one that's red is off in the distance.
Yeah. This one's off in the distance.
Then I'm going to do this. Because it's by itself.
It's an action though, not a bonus action, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You already
fine.
shot.
You want to do the cloud of daggers instead?
The cloud of daggers.
Yeah, you want to do that instead? I'll allow you to instead of using your wasted shot to thematically distract this guy with the cloud of daggers.
Okay, that works.
All right. All right. So that's gonna take your action, bonus action, entire movement. You're there, but successfully, you set this guy up with the cloud of daggers, and it takes what it enters the spell. So it enters into like this area, and is just there and is being distracted. We'll roll for damage here in a second. But next up then is Pistoliero's turn.
All
You
right.
want to roll it afterwards?
Roll it right now. I mean, just type it in
Okay.
and do the thing.
'Cause
Pistoliero
there it
is going to do this.
What the?
He has a lot of movement to use.
Slightly running away.
Bravely ran away, Sir Robin.
Yes.
Literally from the treetops, you hear radars. Hey, where are you going to leave us?
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
All right. If that's the end of your turn, it's
Yep.
the Owlbears' turn.
Yep.
First, let's take care of Mr. Yellow, who is not in a good place, and he's
Mr. Yellow is
his
dead.
last- Huh?
He's dead,
Oh, yeah,
dead.
yeah, he's dead. You're correct. Sorry, Mr. Green, is going to do that thing where he does beak forward, claws back.
Who's forward?
Beak is for Dominique. Claws are to Karl. Dominique, does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
So he, almost every single time the beaks have landed, but you're like swap to the side. Meanwhile, he turns around and, with his hind legs. He does that weird kick with his claws, and
20 just hits me, yes.
yeah, surprises and flashes against Karl.
No, no, no.
No. The words echo, no. And the camera zooms in on that kick again, where he's going to kick one more time with a natural.
Natural
Oops.
20, it's better.
Oh.
The first one.
Actually, no, he's got the lower one anyway from it. So.
You can choose to wait.
Instruments with these.
Oh, we've been doing this wrong, Senorita. Two things. First off, to roll your thing, roll your bardic die, which I think is a 1d6. So roll 1d6, and we subtract that from the two hit.
It's not a reroll.
I thought it was one every time.
No. I hit him with a 20. Roll 1d6, and I'll subtract 1d6 from the total roll.
So it's a miss because my AC is 20.
So that means that Pistoliero, probably that chunk against your buttocks was not actually damaged you, probably.
It did
So
hit
we're-
like with 1 or 2, so roll me 1d4. Roll your particle thingy.
Yeah, Leia, roll 1d6 a couple
Yeah,
times.
roll 1d6.
That once is enough. The other one misses
It's
with 1.
Technically, my bardic inspiration is 5.
No, that's how
No,
many
it
times you could
says-
use it.
Oh,
It says roll.
I gotta find it first in my thing.
It's literally a 1d. I'm pretty sure it's a 1d6.
Rolling
At
a
level
bardic
5.
inspiration die and subtracting the number rolled from the
Yes,
creature's
but
roll.
there isn't a die button for it. That's what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
I wrote that wrong.
There we go. Okay, so
No, I
now,
didn't write.
No, that
I
you
didn't
wrote
write.
it wrong.
I wrote it wrong, Carlos.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Rolling,
did,
it's
you
1
did.
divided 1d.
Yeah, you did.
There we go.
There we go. First off, does an 18 hit you?
18 hits. 18 doesn't hit Karl. Karl has 19 armor class. 20 armor
I
class.
have 20. Yeah, whatever you rolled, it was going to miss me.
So there we go. Because of now that we've cleared out how cutting rolls works, we subtract 2 from the 20, and now we miss Karl completely, and that's their turn. This other one here is being distracted by these swarm of claws, and is going to just take some more damage. So we're gonna distract him out of the fight for the minute, and let's go back to next person up, which is Karl and Dominique. Karl and Dominique, you've got an owlbear angrily kicking and biting at both of you. What would you like to do? You both have advantage on the strike.
I would like to kick and bite back, or
All
in this
right.
case, have it have an accident.
There
First,
you
it's before that, my bonus action, bright light, try and blind him. Roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is it a constant or is it a one-time thing? I can't remember.
It's every time every round until I'm not raging anymore.
Yeah, there it is. And you know what? I'm more than happy to. Here we go. This is an awesome power.
When I roll an 8, yes.
Constitution saving throw 13.
It failed.
It's
So-
blind.
Roll 1d6. There. It takes 6 points of radiant damage, and it's blind.
Nice.
I probably should have shot it at the pink one, but and then I attack.
Go for it.
wacky. 12 misses because we've determined its AC
Yeah,
is
12
13.
misses. 12 misses.
26 doesn't.
Natural 20. So the first one, he just like he's
Ugh.
wildly moving, and
That's
The
embarrassing.
damage was not impressive,
yeah.
even with the 8 with the critical.
All right. So, but still, I like it. And in slow, you get a slow motion attack as it slashes and does the thing on him. Next, while you're slashing and doing that, Dominique as well is in slow motion now, doing her attacks.
Yeah, I'm going to do
Yeah, but
dagger twice.
you have advantage, and you get a sneak attack.
Yeah, I think one hits. The other one hits.
Okay, so the first sneak attack and roll damage again.
Only
So
one.
that's 12 and 12 plus 6.
18.
18. Dang, it's a shame we couldn't take the second sneak attack.
I know, I know.
All right,
And
top of the
and
round.
well, those were my 2 actions. My bonus is to hide.
You're gonna disengage and hide.
Yes.
Okay, if you separate, it's gonna wildly, very wildly, just strike in your area and probably miss.
Yeah, but he's blind, remember.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll have disadvantage.
Right. It's
So
fine.
I'm gonna
Yeah, do it.
hide.
Yeah, it misses completely. Roll me stealth. Six.
Yeah, your butt's stuck in the air too.
Yeah. Your butt is stuck in the air. Actually, there's like footprint going up to where you're at.
It's an Earth tradition. When you go to hide, you stick your butt up in the air.
Actually, when you show up, Radar goes, "What are you doing here?" And then cut to Q. It is your
see
turn.
that too. I go shh.
Perfect. All right, there we go. All right, Leia, Q. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
The green is still up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to again hit with the hand crossbow because I am not stepping my butt downstairs.
You have advantage.
Nope. Apparently that's failing me today.
Something in the air. It goes up, and he's just wildly flailing. So it's difficult to. You can't predict where he's gonna be, unfortunately. No. All right, Pistoliero, your turn.
So, now that I have run all this way, I'm gonna run all this way. And I'm gonna hide.
The music continues, and Benny Hill music thing going on, and then you attempt to hide. Roll me a stealth. This time you just jump completely into like into the bush.
No. When he's running slowly, he begins to fade and fade behind this mist of snowflakes, and suddenly
There you go.
he's no longer there.
There you go. All right. In which case the owlbear, that other one is still being distracted and he doesn't know what to do because there's like a square of flying daggers. Each time he tries to go near, he gets slashed up. The other owlbear, however, is blind and is just going to wildly attack with disadvantage. And on both attacks on you with a 12 and a 12. It's just bad. It's bad. He's going around. Please finish him off. Karl, you're up.
Well, since you asked so nicely,
He can now see it. Well, he can now see.
Yes, he can now see unless he gets blinded again. I'll do pink guy this time. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw on the pink guy.
He's fine.
16.
And then I will wacky green.
Go for it.
First, wacky. I don't have advantage anymore. Unless I do a reckless attack.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Reckless. I didn't need
hits.
that, but okay. That did 11.
Yes.
He's not dead.
Not there. He's very close though.
16. Thank God I did reckless. For another 8.
How do you want to do this?
Well, at the beginning of the round, I pointed over at the pink one, said to the green one, look over there. And it didn't really work, so that didn't work. So I thought, okay, look over there. And I swung the axe this way. And look over there. Swung the axe this way. Look down there. You're dead.
Yes, and perfect, exactly like that. And meanwhile,
And
we
you
cut
want
to
to be back.
the other owlbear is just frustrated and distracted, and he's going to just snarl and pick up the last bit of Tom and run away. So
That's not normal.
post combat.
Is that Q talking?
Yes, that's Q talking, saying that's not normal.
Can we go back to the non combating mode? Combat
Sure.
over.
Bye bye.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Where did Zoom go? Oh, there it is.
Radar now.
The Pistoliero is going to go through Tom's guns. Yeah, too big, too small. Yeah, wait, hold on. This one will do.
Well, let's see what's left over as well. Bits and cause there's half of Tom. Roll me an investigation, please. But yes on the guns, but also roll me an investigation. Would somebody like to help him?
Sure.
Karl is helping you as well. I'll look over to that since both of you were on the ground, are helping and looking, and you have advantage. Natural 20, total of 21. He has really nice the first off, yeah, the big gun that he was using. I mean, big gigantic thing.
He's
Then there's
empty.
and cannons. Is there a special gun +1 that you would like, or a special something?
Not so much a special, just a hand cannon.
A Saturday night special. Yeah, no.
Karl, with your assistance in helping looking things, he dropped a lot of gear and coins and stuff. There's actually like in his pockets there's a few bars of gold and other. Is there something special that you would like to find?
Me?
Yeah.
He didn't happen to have one of those like SWAT shields.
No.
No, okay. Yeah.
It's got a couple batons though. Cans of mace. Batons, cans of mace, a few grenades.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Granada!
grenades.
I thought I said the magic word.
Granada!
I'm from Earth. I know how those words. You pull the
Yeah,
pin
y'all
and then
would.
you let them go. Oh, and my headphones just broke.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Mace.
Any cyclone beef for the Austrian
I
over here?
can't.
And you find a couple med kits that you could use for everybody. It's a med kit, and it comes with a couple of injections. Injection of basically like a quick adrenaline that's we're gonna use as healing. So that's some really good investigation rolls. Dominique and Leia, what else would you
Okay.
like to do?
Can Q investigate the owl bears so that way she can take some of it home with her because she knows this is Boku money?
Medicine investigation with advantage.
Don't forget to untie radar.
Radar's okay right now. Nope, not gonna work. I was rolling medicine.
You guys did a real big number on these guys. So surprisingly. And Dominique, anything else? What would you like to do?
Well, she pulls out her handy dandy notebook, her little sketch pad, and starts sketching these owl bears, whatever they are,
These creatures?
creatures, and trying to understand what they are, and just
Roll me two things. Roll me either survival and medicine with advantage.
survival and medicine.
Survival or medicine, whichever one you're better at. 14. Because of exposition, you start muttering fierce attack, bite. You start highlighting the beak, and you start getting the details like hefty amount of slashing damage, partially magical, part owl, part bear, keen sense of smell and taste, powerful claws, and you're it's a bullet points of its strengths and weaknesses of things that you're going to fight.
Right.
Meanwhile, cut to Mr. Radar gets down like, oh my god, that was you guys, wow, you had light coming out of you. You did like this transportation thing. And he's like, I think I was warned. I think I was warned that like this area and like weird magical effects might happening to us. Do you all feel like magic stuff? Are you being infected by the land? Pistoliero, how did you like jump from place to place? Karl, what was that with your light?
Oh, I've always been able to do this.
Before.
You've always been able to do this.
1/8 of the time.
Hmm?
1/8 of the time. Whenever I
think
get
it's more of
angry,
a-
weird shit happens.
I look at Radar and I turn into him really quickly and go, honey, this is not Earth. Get that through your head.
I think like, and he's like, I think being half in, half out might be like that. The fly, like we're becoming like weirdly super. I wonder if I could do superhero stuff too, or am I going to turn into a fly? He starts doing some calculations, or start thinking. I think the more time we spend here, the more we're gonna discover weird effects of ourselves.
Of ourselves.
Radar.
Yeah,
Calm
us
down.
from dirt.
Calm down. Calm down once. Calm down twice. Breathe.
Eh. I've always been able to step and move in space and time. Ever did.
Well,
I think he means not that as fast as you were just doing.
Well, I have obviously trained. I did not move as fast when I was a child.
he's been his specialty. You can see like there's bits that have been they've been training him ahead of time to move in like experiments of transportation on Earth and other things, right, Pistoliero? Or what? Who knows? Anyways, this moment of rest.
We were only on second watch.
That's
You
right.
guys, if for the it's best if you
Noodles.
rest up. Let's finish the fire and he's like, if we throw in more fire, maybe it'll keep everything away. Finish up your rest, watch. It's uneasy post fight. Tom is gone. Leia? Or
Can
Q?
I roll survival to see if I can cut off any of the meat of the elder that is
Yes.
past the point of no
Yes.
return?
Roll with advantage. Didn't need it. There you go, 21. You have whatever a good meal. Cut to. You're doing the usual thing of we're having roast owlbear for breakfast as the rest of you are like tending to your wounds, and Dominique is taking notes. Radar is like reading books and trying to get like the electronic gear to work. Trying to get the electronic gear to work, and any things that you guys would like to do at this moment, post rest.
Well, post rest or
In between.
due to rest. Basically, I want the rest of a long rest. I'm wounded, man.
Full long rest has happened. Full long rest has happened.
Okay, long rest. Oof. Weirdly, it doesn't give me my rage back.
It's
Oof,
it's
manual.
dawn, breakfast time. The smell of whatever Q is cooking up, Q and Dominique, or Q is cooking up, is wafting.
Ah, Pistoliero enters the camp. I have done a terrible thing. The trail of his footsteps goes far to the way where the eye can see, where it starts melting up with the snow. Somewhere in the distance, it just comes into the camp and sits down.
What did you do?
You remember the lake with the Hydra in it?
Yeah.
I did a terrible thing to it.
What?
I added pepper to every corpse, so he will not have a good taste.
You added what?
To what?
Your accent is brutal.
Accent is like screwing me up. I can't understand what you're
I
saying.
added paper to his corpse, so he
Pepper!
Pepper?
Yeah. You know, small round thing that you put on food?
Grapes?
No, pepper.
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 Oh, you put pepper on all the bodies so that he'd have to eat and get a spicy meal?
Oui.
That is terrible trolling. Why would you risk?
Why would you want to give them extra flavor?
He is not accustomed to eating with the pepper, and pepper is a poison to animal.
You don't know anything about around here, do you?
Yes,
think you-
that's it.
I think
We're
you-
yes ending this.
I think you
to-
added flavor to it. Yeah.
Cut to literally cut to Hydra like chomping down on one of these bodies on the beach and like.
And
And,
as Pistoliero is talking, you see Dominique going, because she doesn't understand a single word he's saying.
Q's just like piggyback his share of the food, going, get away from my food.
You have not insulted the Pistoliero yet? Your food is not safe.
Oh, I know my cookies is safe. You, on the other hand, are not.
So
Goes back to her drawings. Dominique. Note taking.
breakfast had radar. Like so like how do we get to the base where so we can meet up with everybody? And is there anybody else on the roads? How do we get there?
I did not see anybody.
Dominique is still writing. She stops. She goes, we have to go in that direction. She points in the direction from the previous day.
Okay, we can go.
Again, this is Taldori. There is no compass. There is no way to do it unless you go up. Like I've been hinting at. Go up the tree.
Pistol nabs one of Q's sausages.
All right. Well,
Question is, do you have a walkie-talkie started?
he's got he's has the something started. A Rocky Talkie. We need somebody with why don't you see if you could help me fix it? We need some magical abilities or something. Arcana maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not really good at Arcana, but I can try.
He's gonna help you with this. Roll
Okay.
with advantage.
It's a 10. Let's Donnie.
Damn it. Now I regret my decision.
But wait a minute. At the beginning of this, you said that Q can do something about the walkie-talkies before.
We're waiting.
How
We're
do you
waiting for them to.
know
We're waiting for them to dry out.
Okay, so Q understands what a walkie-talkie is. She doesn't know what a walkie-talkie is. So as she's speaking, she's saying rock-talkie. So she's thinking that you guys are playing with rocks right now, not this electronical beast box thing.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna look in our crate and see if there's actually any walkie-talkies in there
any
Like,
other
literally.
any other ones?
that are dry.
Or that this is just one of a couple of gear.
Mm.
Yes, roll some investigations. Roll with advantage, or roll somebody else help them out.
I'll help him.
Each
Oh.
one of you roll investigation.
Oh,
Karl,
okay.
roll as well. Both of you, damn, they're both good. There's a lot of there's a lot of gear. There's even batteries. There's converters. There's gas. There's a little thing of gasoline and what looks to be solar panel stuff. And you with all this gear, you get and with without you start stripping apart like the bits, and you're really smart, aren't you, Carl? Why don't you roll me some intellect?
Intellect?
Mm-hmm. Just straight intellect.
Oh, you mean intelligence? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm not very good at that. Yeah, no.
Yes. Roll it.
I am.
I rolled a saving throw. I don't know if that's what I. Oh, actually, you can actually just click on. Oh, you can actually just click on intelligence. I didn't realize that.
Can Q, because Q likes to empty out her bag a lot because she's got tons and tons of clothes. Can she just randomly just
Yes.
roll investigation on her bag and see if she might have a
Yes.
component?
Yes.
'Cause- Nope,
You
she
have a
doesn't.
bag of holding?
I was gonna say
She's got a bag of clothes. You don't want to know how that.
A bag of holding?
You don't know what that is.
Meanwhile, Pistoliero is
Um,
going to grab random things from the box and use them to juggle.
Ooh, cool. And then we realize, just a sec, what are those things you're juggling? We need that.
yeah, and now as you say that, Carl picks up the thing. He's like, okay, battery. Let's try the solar panel converter, and he notices that little like crystal thing that you have here. And with Leia, one of the stuff that Leia dumped on the ground is one of these crystals. He's able to manufacture a walkie-talkie to operate here. And with this, we're gonna roll a wild magic
Ooh, I should be good at
because
that.
of reasons. Roll
Because it's not fully synced.
158. Fantastic.
Because it's not fully synced to the area.
58. What do we have on a 58? Nothing too interesting at the moment. However, it starts like all of the LEDs start turning on on this walkie-talkie, and they start going crazy. 666 appears on the screen, and you start getting some static, and sounds start coming through. If you can hear me, head towards the northeast mountains at the daughters of. Those of you dirt rounds, head on over to follow the route to, and you start hearing over it, and radar starts like trying to hold on the button and start talking. Can you hear me? Hello, broadcasting, talking over, and then back and forth. He's trying to hear it, and the only thing is pure audio. The message repeats, for all those for mission. Ooh, we need a mission name. From Project Wildfire. All those from Project Wildfire report. Triangulate to, and you hear the location, and radar says, I can triangulate where we need to go from the signal. And he starts gathering things, and he points that direction. We could use this as we get closer to figure out where we're going.
Is it
Leia?
the same direction that I pointed in?
Yes, but this is going to help, really help in the way. So, Dominique, Leia, you all not in agreement? Radar knows where to go.
The reason I was able to help build this, I saw it on a MacGyver episode.
Nice.
It's okay. Radar, I love you, but this is a one-way Rocky.
It's all we got. So, like, let's make this work. And let's hope the trip there is going to be okay.
Yeah, it will be fine. You have
If you're
Pistoliero with you. And now I have a pistol.
Okay. So triangulating it. Do we know how many days walk is it?
It's
Or should I roll
another.
history?
It's a.
Radar's not going to know that.
Yeah,
No,
it'll-
but I'm saying, can I roll history?
yes.
Knowing the area and everything.
We pull out the
There
map.
we go.
We pull out the map, history, triangulate. You're able to isolate, and the camera zooms in as you're like fingers tracing the route that we need to take to the entrance that you know where we need to get to. It's a day's journey. One
We
day's
didn't-
walking distance.
We didn't
March.
fall out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yay!
Actually, maybe half a day's journey. Between half a day to a full day's journey.
Does a little red line appear on the map? Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.
And with that, as the camera zooms in as the little red line, we could see the road, and across there, the camera can see animals, people, danger, and then a cave. The sound is creepy as it starts getting closer to the entrance to this cave entrance, and the whole cave entrance looks like a skull with its mouth open. And at that,
C'est fantôme.
and as the camera zooms into it, the music gets louder and louder, and then cut to darkness.
Modaram, Sudaram. Oh,
As we continue this next week.
the Temple of Doom.
All right. Well, welcome to episode 1, Being Los's Angels. Welcome to Exandria. I hope you enjoyed your ride.
It is time for the banter mode. See?
The flight could have been a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have pitched in for the first class, shouldn't we? I mean, flying coach.
Hey, at least you guys got a guide.
So,
It's
Who's
our
up
fault
with-
for choosing Spirit Airlines.
Valerie, did you like the little bit of like the axe coming through, hitting Maria and causing you all's flight to get interrupted?
So I want to stop you right there.
Art?
You actually
Yeah.
said the wrong character, but we just went with it.
No,
Oh,
it
was
was
it-
Scar.
Was it?
It was
It was my character.
it was your character, but it's supposed to be Veritas because Veritas was the one who threw her dagger. But we just went with it. Was it?
No, it was
No.
Scar.
That
I
is so-
literally rewatched the episode last night to make sure I got every
So it is
detail
Scar.
correct, and so that
Oh.
I knew, like, depending on what little things when I introduced you guys here, I was like, all right, let's see if they talk about it, what they do, what they hear. But I wanted
Yeah,
to
it
make.
was Scar who threw.
I
the
remember
axe.
it was what we taught. We called it Schrodinger's axe. We didn't know whether it hit him or not.
I thought it was Veritas that threw something at her, not. See, this is how much I have been out of the loop. All I
Yeah.
do remember is Leia and her door skit.
A barbarian, a rogue, and a bard. A bard. Yes, a rogue. Yes, a barbarian. Yes, a bard. I don't know what the fourth one is.
The third one is a Pistoliero.
That is your name, not your class.
Oui. But I am very classy.
So you're saying you have no class at all.
No, I have
Well,
all
that's-
the class. I
Fourth
am
one is a frog.
1/14 of every class.
So he's a frog. So that's the class you're playing. It is a frog. who has an issue with a changeling. This is going to be very interesting.
No.
Okay. It is after 5 o'clock.
It is time for us to say.
The poker game has been. I am not going to tonight, so no rush.
What
Yeah.
about the rest of you? Do you have the rush?
I have to go get my mother from work.
Yeah,
just
she can
noted-
wait.
No,
Oh, she has been
no,
waiting,
not-
actually. She's been waiting.
Good, excellent. Serves her right.
Am I going to see her tomorrow?
Yes.
So,
So we should fill it in to everybody that's watching.
Go ahead.
My 5-year-old's getting baptized tomorrow.
yay.
And Valerie's becoming the godmother.
Ooh, that's
She's
cool.
gonna make the kid an offer he can't refuse.
Actually, the godfather is actually Italian. So
Fitting.
And he's treating us to lunch tomorrow, so I'm like really excited about this.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Free
Right.
food.
Yay, that's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
so
I
I'll
hope
live
it
like
is
a
the pasta.
No, it's the future. It's tomorrow. It's not the past.
But food
Then
in the
answer-
pasta is the better.
As long as there's no antipasta, we're good.
Yes, when pasta meets antipasta, there's big explosion.
It will destroy all of Italy.
It gets destroy Italy. I'm just stealing it. I'm good.
Oh boy. So I hope my brother and my nephew enjoyed our stream and come back next week.
I hope they are insulted by all these racial stereotypes we have here.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, Q
on that
hasn't
note-
gotten started yet, so we're good. Carlos has been forewarned.
On that note, I wanted to ask your guys introduction to Los. What do you think of that?
That was
Creepy?
awesome. And creepy. I'm like sitting back. It's like, ooh, I need my popcorn right now. Because
It explains the history of what's going on.
Yeah.
yeah.
As I commented in the chat, I think we're losing our PG rating as you dismembered the rabbit.
Thank
We
you,
lost our
Froggy.
PG rating when Q turned into Leia again, and I was emphasizing she was actually naked walking.
Oh, by the way, one of my good friends, his nickname is Q.
Oh.
So I
Okay.
found that very interesting that your character is named Q.
So when Carlos gave me the okay for Q, it's a changeling. So in the dirt realm or earth, they would actually be fae and that. So there would be fairies and all that. But when I thought of a name, I thought of Q as a reference to Star Trek in the Qs,
And-
because this is literally going between realms and dimensions. So we have not seen Q's full personality come out yet. It's slowly showing, but
And should we explain how Q works mechanically?
okay. So in
Oh, wait, time out, because that meant you couldn't duplicate Pistoliero or Karl.
no, I can.
I
I
thought we
can't.
were gonna
You
be
can't.
I thought we were gonna do the
So-
like you have to kill them thing.
No. With changelings, as they came into D&D, they can shapeshift to anything that they have seen. So the
Mm.
moment she saw Pistoliero, she was literally going, well, I can copy you. And that's when she switched out of Leia into looking like him.
Mm.
Also,
Mm.
changelings are gender neutral, so they're not actually male or female.
I remember all four of us actually discussing that the way that changeling could only change into those that she has murdered.
It says actually.
No. Not what mechanically it says. I remember this conversation in the car that, oh, you want that the only way you could change into somebody is if you.
Give me one
I
second.
wasn't there.
No, you weren't. My doors. Someone's
That
knocking
was
at my
during the car trip we took after you flew out. We went to see John and Alex for the second time.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I remembered. I was so upset that I didn't get to hang
Yeah.
out with John after, the wedding and everything.
yeah,
And I had to the next day.
it is a shame, but these things happen. And I feel your pain.
Okay, I'm just reading this thing on changelings, and I was like, okay, you can change your form to look like us, but your clothing stays the same. Wouldn't that be a giveaway?
That's why I said that she literally was naked. So that's why she's got a bag of holding the clothes in it, because she's going to constantly rip her clothes.
Oh, the Hulk effect.
Well,
Is
if
every
she
time he
does-
gets
if
bigger,
she-
his shirt goes away?
well, let's say she is going from normal Pietro size, like when she was in Leia's form, she mirrored Pietro. She ripped her clothes to become his size, and nobody was paying attention to the fact that there's a naked person in front.
Well,
But you haven't seen him naked. How do you do that?
anywho, so
Imagination.
I
Imagination.
suppose we're gonna go with what the player wants to have happen. I guess we'll ditch that idea of you having to kill them. I really like that.
Well, the thing is with playing this bard, she is in the College of Whisper, so technically, at some point, I will have dead souls.
Okay, on that note, I am going to leave.
All right,
So
this is a good time to say good night, and
And
Bonus
we'll be
knowledge.
back.
and we'll be back. There we go.
Yes.